This is from Ronald Davis. And Ronald says, hey, Gangrel, quick question. Okay, this one's quick.
Did you say it just like that?
Yep, that's what it says. What was it like to do the segment with the Godfather and his hose where you soaked them with blood?
I soaked them hose with blood?
Apparently, that's the question.
Did I?
That's what Ronald's claiming.
Oh, man. Damn, I missed that. Hose and blood. That sounds cool.
Yeah, it does sound great.
Bloods and hoes, hoes and bloods, boats and hoes.
Boats and hoes.
Boats and hoes, boats and hoes. How do we get from hose and blood to butts and hoes? But boats and hoes. Not butts and holes. All butts have holes.
What is happening here?
I'm tired. I'm so tired. Okay. Boats and hoes.
Boats and hoes.
No.
Blood
hose
and
blood.
hose.
Blood and hose. Blood. Godfather. Blood hose. I don't... Maybe... I think maybe the Godfather got a blood bath once.
Can we Google it?
I can't find it.
I don't know. I don't remember. But to work, I did work with the Godfather, and I had to work with the hose. So,
the hose.
Luna wasn't necessarily fond of working with the hose because they actually made Luna a hoe in a couple of segments. Like made her a hoe, but booked her in a situation where she was willing to be a hoe because. I don't know. Maybe there was a lingerie contest or something at one point, and she was just like so miserable about it. Like I think that's when she lost her job because like I remember they had asked her to take her top off, and she goes, "You spent years making me ugly, and now you're asking me to show my tits," And she told him no. She got fired 2 weeks later. They said it was over something else, but I think it was over that. Oh, I think it was over that. Okay. I truly believe it was over that, and that's a lot of that why she had a lot of issues and was very angry because, you work so hard to be a professional wrestler. You come in, and I think we talked about the TNA and all that other levels at one point. It was here or somewhere. It was here we talked about it, right? Yeah, my mind's a blur. But, yeah, to work so hard to get to a certain level and then you're asked to show your tits is pretty disrespectful, pretty it's a sad situation.
Yeah.
That's the situation it was then. And she stood up for herself. And I believe ultimately she was fired 2 weeks later for a different excuse because she taped a girl in a chair and rolled her through the hallways. And the girl was seeing secretly. So he was a producer, and he's still a producer, and he's still the main man there. So I don't think they liked it too much. But it was friendly play between her and the girl. But I think it was just the ultimate excuse for the other one to not. They knew she would do something within a matter of time that they could use for an excuse and get her out of there. So I think that's why she was always angry and stuff. She just loved wrestling so much. But the hose, hose was good. I liked working Godfather because I had some bad habits back then. So Godfather, so you'd roll into the building and Godfather go, "Gangrel, here's the hose," and like the hose, he would get the hose, but then the hose would get me the blows. So like not they would I give my like they had the connection for every bad thing you needed. Like so if you had a drug issue or you had this and that, and I don't anymore. But I had some bad habits back then. It would be like, oh, the hose will hook you up. So the hose always had to connect. So because they were the strip club, the strippers, right? But they were all generally nice, to be honest. They were legit dancers. Some of them wasn't because Ivory started out as a hoe, right? Remember Ivory came in and it had a great run. She was before she was what I forget Tina Moretti, right, or something. But tremendous worker. But she started as a hoe. I think maybe Molly Holly was a hoe. Maybe was she or no? Like they brought them in that role. Like Luna was a hoe at one time, and everybody, they would just filter people into that. But the girls were always nice and respectful. There was a few that were like, whatever. But I think they got taken care of backstage, like ribbed or something. They didn't feel too welcome whenever they did have some kind of crappy attitude. But in general, most of them were okay. They were just like happy to walk out there and do their things. But most of them, 90% of the time, were legit strippers.
I always like trying to watch.
They would go to club to club. He would have to pull into town. Godfather had to pull in and go to the local strip club and go audition hoes.
What a tough job.
So he'd get his pimping ain't easy, and he'd get his 420 on because he'd pick that up in that town from them too, and then be like, "Gangrel, here's the hose. What do you need?" They like they would hook me up with what I needed, and then we'd go out there and do the thing and then run off to the next town, and then be a whole new group of hoes the next time.
All new hoes.
Yeah, all new hoes. Even had house show hoes. He'd pick them up in every town.
Gosh, that's so
house
fun.
show hoes, Yeah. I mean, it was his deal. Pimping ain't easy nationwide.
Ain't easy. House show host.
But I never interacted. He would always say stuff like, usually I'd offer you a hoe, but with those teeth, I don't know what you're going to do to my girls. And then so I'm just going to whip your ass tonight. So, like, he never offered me the hose. I never got the hoe offer. Like, he would say he was going to offer me the hose, but he would take the offer off the table and then try to beat me up. Me up. But I'd always get the hoe train. Mm-hmm. Most end results was me taking the hoe train.
That's hilarious.
Godfather was super easy to wrestle. He's the nicest dude, man. He's so easygoing. And he's smart, though. He's talented, too. He's a scrapper. If he wants to scrap, he can scrap. He's such a great dude, and his family's amazing. His wife's amazing. He's got an amazing wife. They've been together a while, ever since I known him. So, I've only known him since, growing up back. He was Papa Shango, I think, when I first met him, and Karma. But, yeah, he's got a tremendous family. He's another great guy. We talk about a lot of good people on here, I guess, except for when they bring up some other thing in the box they put in last week. But we moved forward past that, too, though. But Godfather and the H0Es, was fun. It was always great, the rest of the Godfather. The H0Es, in general, the H0Es were nice, even the house show hosts. They were all nice.
Shout out to all the hoes.
All the hosts. The TV hosts, the house show hosts, all the hoes across the world that work with Godfather.
Boats and hoes.
Yeah, boats and hoes. Blood and hoes. Boats and hoes. Blood and hoes. We got to go. This was episode 16.